Hey guys, Age here, back with more Genshin Impact, ready to continue the Archon quest. Finding about Kale's secret, how she's a, like, reincarnation of, what was it? The Warrior of Flowers, or the God of Flowers, or something. Uh, I finished all my weeklies, ready to go. Feel much more refreshed. Finished all of today's problems, good grief, man. Been on the phone all morning. It's like I gotta call this person. Oh, we didn't receive information from this people. And I'm like, okay, so I call these people, and these people are like, oh, but you have to call these two other people because that's why we didn't send it to the first person you called. And I'm like, okay, so I call these two people, and this person's like, okay, well, we'll send it to you in a couple of hours, and then and then call the other person, and they sent it immediately. So then after a few hours, and I had to call back to make sure they sent it, and they sent it to and they called into the second person, and and then they confirmed that they got that, and then it's like, okay, in a few hours we'll send it to the first person you talked to in the mornings. And then I'm like, look at the time, like, oh my god, I've been on the phone for like 4.5 hours with all the wait times and shit like that. Ugh. So yeah, I've been on the fence back and forth between Nicole and Sandrone, and even me, who's like, so I'm like, yeah, I'm casual, play for fun, and I'm a veteran gotcha game player. FOMO and predatory practices, they don't affect me and things like that. And I know Genshin's casino. This is all the stuff I preach, right? But it still gets me because I really like Nicole personally. I vibe with her so much because she's like me, the lore nerd, the yapper, the likes to help other people. She likes to guide humanity. I like to co-op and help people with my characters fight boss battles and local legends and domains. Ah, man. So like, I just want to get her from a personal aspect. Like, yeah, I like this character so much, but then they announced these leaks, right? With these, they're upgrading a bunch of the characters, old characters like Chi Chi, Beidou, Fiona, Yeimiko, Sino, Worldsley, and Mizuki. And the ones that interest me is Yaimeko. I mean, yeah, back then when you only need to pull one character to be good, you don't need to pull supports or get C6 of 4 stars and things like that. Yeah, I went hard on Yaimeko for my Raiden. I thought they would work together really well, so I got C2 Raiden and I got C2 Yaimeko. Like, I saved up. I skipped all of Leeway. I didn't get any characters in Leeway at all. So I was ready to go. And I pulled C2 Yaimeko. So it's like, oh, well, Sandrone seems to work really well with these upcoming buffed characters. And I'm like, one of them is Yaimiko. I'm like, oh my god. To be able to use one of my old characters that I put a lot of investment into, I think, that's a no brainer. Like, you're really putting, like, you're gonna have a really strong team right off the bat. I'm like, oh my god. So I have to skip Nicole. Yeah, I think about it. It's like, gameplay wise, yeah, it'll be nice to have Nicole. I personally see her and things like that, but she wouldn't really bring much to my party or to my account because I don't really have a Hexaride team. The only Hexaride character I have is Durin, and all the other 4-star characters. So I'm like, I don't have Varka, and that's basically what she's built for. Or Venti. or Klee, right? Those are all the main DPS 4-stars, I think, for Hexerai so far. And then I saw the leaks. I saw the Sandrone leaks, and oop, oop, auto trigger. Okay, I have to remember to continue my train of thought after this. Ah, shit! I forgot to turn it on again.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in!
Family members.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk to Kale alone. These guys wanted to tag along.
Well, if Kale doesn't mind her secret being revealed, I have no problem with it.
Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret you mean, but whatever it is, there's no need for me to hide it from my closest friends.
Watch. Kale is going to, like I said, she's going to be like the reincarnation of the Warrior of Flowers or something like that. Because, like, you know, when the Warrior of Flowers died, it's like reincarnation. The soul or information goes back into Irminsul, and then Irminsul uses that information to bring them back into the world as reincarnation, like the information as someone else.
Closest friends. It's so nice to hear that.
All right. In that case, I'll get right to it. Kale, are you aware that there are god remains inside your body?
Oh, it might not be in reincarnation. It could just be when Dottore was experimenting with on her. He used like the god warrior, one of the the flower god. When he or she died, found the remains and stuck it in her.
I am. When I was young, I got sick with Elazar. Nothing could cure it. The Fatui convinced my mom and dad that they could help, and I was sent to an unfamiliar place. There were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us with some strange medicine, which I heard contained god remains.
Yeah, there we go.
I can still remember the pain like it was yesterday. But thanks to the friends who've stuck by me all this time, I've gradually been able to overcome those memories. Anyway, so you're saying that what happened to me has something to do with the god remains they
Yes. Those were the remains of Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers.
There you go. It was the flower. Yeah, it wasn't the warrior of flowers. It was the goddess of flowers. So there you go. Yeah, I would like 80% there. Ooh, Kale is special. Ooh, lulu. I'm sorry, but even as a 4-star, your power is not even close to being considered goddish.
What? Huh. Fascinating. You don't seem surprised like the rest of us. Why?
The possibility crossed my mind when Kale recited the Goddess of Flowers song and calmed the djinn.
You made Paimon jump! What are you doing here, Lilupar?
I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the Goddess of Flowers. Be assured that I share your surprise. You, with the hat. Are you certain? I sense no trace of the Lord of Flowers within her. Well, it is a very small fragment. Unless special methods are used to manifest its power, even her closest acquaintances would find it near impossible to detect. After the goddess passed away, her remains were scattered across the desert. King Deshret gathered all the pieces he could find and buried them in the Eternal Oasis. But some fragments remained unaccounted for.
Yeah, and Dottore was part of the academia, so he was in Sumeru, so yeah, I'm pretty sure, you know, as a scientist, like, ooh, God remains, that's very interesting, let me experiment.
Eventually, the Fatui must have found a way to track some of them down. Presumably for use in some experiment. It's not an uncommon occurrence.
That's interesting. That's very interesting what Nicole said. It's like this has happened before in like she's lived for thousands of years, right? So I wonder who else experimented with god remains. The moon goddesses? Was someone implanted with moon goddess cells too? Oh, that would be very interesting. Columbia could have a sister out there.
You're more shaken than I thought. In one sense, you've been extraordinarily lucky. So many people who yearn for this kind of power never attain it, yet you have coexisted with her all this time without even realizing it.
I just realized that this is like an anime trope. It's like I can't like oh, God Eater, for instance. Like in God Eater, basically like monsters and beasts roam the world and stuff like that, and it's apocalyptic, right? So it's like humanity's on the verge of being wiped out, and so it's like the only way to fight monsters are with monsters, and so the government starts implanting the monster's DNA into like young children, like preteens to teenagers, and the ones that survive are able to wield like weapons that are basically weapons that are made from the monster's parts, body parts, and with the cells inside their body that resonate and be able to wield the weapon. Yes, it's a common trope. Always like, oh, demons are we can't fight this enemy. What if we make like demons of our own, and then they start implanting monster DNA, demon DNA into humans to create like hybrids.
I don't know what to say.
Yep,
I'm
the
glad
anime
that I
game.
could help everyone with this power, really. But knowing that a fragment of the goddess of flowers is inside my body is... It's a strange feeling.
I shouldn't be surprised that it's an anime game. It's an anime game, right? This is exactly what I wanted to play Genshin for, because it follows all the rules, right? I remember when I first started Genshin, I just said to myself like, I want to play a nice anime RPG, and then I saw Genshin. It's like, oh, it's an open world RPG. I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted to play. I just wanted to play anime games in a big open world, and usually I have to play like a single player RPG to get that experience, a JRPG. Like Xenosaga, that comes to mind. Tales of Destiny, uh, and there's the dragon one. I forget that one too. That's a very anime-ish. And then, of course, there's the Tales series too. Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vespar, the Tales of the Abyss.
Well, people value their autonomy very highly. Even a well-intentioned intruder can shake one's sense of self.
I understand how you feel, Kale. But once you get used to it, you'll find it's nothing to be concerned about.
Huh. I guess you, of all people, have a good reason to speak on this.
2 good reasons, in fact. Incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of Hermanubis' Ba fragments that I could bear.
Hermanus, if I remember, he's like the god of justice, like or something like that. Saint Hermanus is the god of sages, the only one among the 7 pillars to ascend from humanity to the rank of god. So, like an archon. I think that's how archons are born too. Born of the Tartan Imperial sage, a warrior known for far and wide, sentencing steadfast, steady, and widespread. He was guide to all priests within the academia. Following passing of King Desiree, Herman led his people to where he founded the Temple of Silence to preserve and steward all manner of knowledge, to safeguard his lofty hidden order. He shattered himself so that his power might be inherited by those who came after. Oh, okay, so he was a leader. Hear their voices in praise of him. Names during ages. millennia later. Okay. So he's the one who created the Temple of Silence. The Temple of Silence is a cult dedicated to preserve old knowledge. That's very Warhammer, isn't it? Oh, what was the Warhammer's sect? The Machine sect, like Techno Mages or something like that. I think Techno Mage something.
Let me guess. Because two's company, but three's a crowd?
Thanks for helping to explain the joke, Tainari.
I missed that. I don't care about his jokes.
Not my intention.
Goddess preserve me. I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the Hermanubis I remember.
Dad
Kale,
jokes.
all I'm trying to say is, no matter how many Hermanubis fragments there are within me, you wouldn't think of me as Hermanubis. In the same way, you are simply you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yes, you're still a garbage 4-star NPC. Or sorry, 4-star character on NPC.
So about that dream I had.
I apologize
Was
to
it
the
a
one
warning
person
from
I
the
know
goddess of
who mains
flowers?
Kale. I apologize to her. She really likes Kale. So about the dream I had, was it a warning from the goddess of flowers?
Yes. Just like me, she was an angel created by the primordial humans, born with the instinct to guide living beings.
Primordial. I thought it was the heavenly principles who created the angels. Primordial humans. Is that Hyperborea? Hyperboreans created angels? Or was there a race of humans before Hyperborea? Interesting.
Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts. Even her smallest remaining fragments would do their utmost to send you that warning.
Oh, interesting. Why is Limpar, like, all the way over here? It's like, yeah, I'll just stand here and just, eavesdrop while you guys continue talking. Even though you guys already know I'm here.
The mother of dreams? Lord of flowers and oases? She must have had a premonition. That is why she gave that dream to you.
Oh, so we're dealing with a second angel, basically. One that's been, like, split apart. Again, this is another reoccurring theme in Genshin, where in Varka's quest, we learned that gods place a piece of themselves in inanimate objects like weapons, and then in the end, Varka implanted a piece of a piece of the soul of the god inside of himself. And then Usalor, the Hydro Archon in Fontaine, she split herself into two people and one of them was Farina.
We won't let our efforts go to waste. But I still don't understand. Why me?
Yeah, see? Like, we're talking about the goddess of flowers doing, like, pieces of her still existing to this day, just in splitting basically herself or her soul into pieces. And then we just saw Sino talk about, oh, I could only hold 3 pieces of this dead god's inside my body. It's like, again, pieces, their souls split.
Yes. Why indeed? You weren't the only one injected with god remains, but only in you have her fragments persisted. I suspect it may be because of the firm will you showed in the face of suffering. She was likely assimilated by that will. Of course, this doesn't mean you have to shoulder any extra responsibility. As this young man said, you are who you are, and that will not change. All right. Any further questions from the family members of the patient? If not, we should head to the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Let's move out. Time to put our plan into action.
We all hope it'll work. But will we really be able to open Aru? And even if all 7 pillars of King Deshret agree to let us proceed, the scale of the work to follow is daunting to say the least.
Haven't you handled other big projects before?
I mean, the biggest project I've worked on to date is probably the Palace of Alcazarzaray, I guess? But this is orders of magnitude beyond that. It's a total nightmare.
Look on the bright side. At least this time you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for details after the fact.
Mock me all you want.
Okay, stop, shut.
But now
I
that
don't
I'm
like.
here,
I hate when
things
these
will
two
be
start
resolved
talking to each
far
other.
more quickly.
Kave's self-doubt disappeared in an instant. Like magic.
Well, this confidence is most gladdening. Now, go and pack your things. We'll head to the mausoleum as soon as you're ready.
You see, the like the dynamic between Kaveh and Al-Haytham, yeah, it's like old married couple, and I don't want to get into that shit. But it would have been much better if they were like competing. Like the dynamic between them was like they want to one up each other. I do better than you. I'm better than you. I did this and this and this. Or oh yeah, I killed like in Lord of the Rings, right? You have the dwarf and the elf. They're competing against each other constantly. See, that's a cool dynamic between two characters. Or should I say relationship? I want to use that word very liberally. Bars on.
Oh, Miss Nicole. I heard you're a very talented sculptor. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet.
Dude, I just realized something. Her sculptures is supposed to be an allegory for those people that do D&D, and they create their own sculptures with 3D printing. Like those people that create like miniature Warhammer figures, and they paint them themselves and stuff like that. That's fucking Nicole, man. When she creates these statues, she's creating those little figurines. God, she's such a nerd and a yapper. I love it. God damn it! It just I'm trying to figure out a way. Can I have my cake and eat it too? But it's like, no, you really shouldn't. As a low spender, it's like you really can't count on the 50-50. Get Sandrone. You need to guarantee getting her if you want to use Yaimeko. So it's like if I guarantee Sandrone, and then if I get her early, I can go for her weapon, and then I'll have some primos left over for get Sandrone's support, 5-star support. We all know there's going to be a 5-star support after Sandrone, so I get that. I'll have Sandrone, her 5-star support, Yaimeko, and Chi-Chi. That'll be her premium team, I'm guessing. All 5 stars. Right? And then after I get those 5, the only thing I'm saving up for, the only character I'm going to get in Shesnaya after that is the Archon. And I'm guessing the Archon is either going to replace it is going to replace Chi-Chi. Because Yaimeko seems like so perfectly built to work with Sandrone. Like, I cannot picture the Cryo Archon replacing Yaimeko. Especially at my Yaimeko at C3. And so I'm thinking, like, Chi-Chi is a sustain, a healer, right? So I'm kind of getting an idea how they're going to build the Archon just by, singling out that if they're coming with a 5-star support that works like Yaimeko, and Yaimeko is such a really good support to Sandrone, the only spot left is Chi-Chi's spot, which is sustain. And so the Cryo Archon is going to be another shielding character, or a healer character, or some type of defense character that also does some type of superconduct damage, or like Bina, where she can be used in all 3 parties. All 3 stellar parties that are going to come out. Anyways, yeah. It's interesting.
Honestly, even though Kasharawar is best known for its focus on mechanics, plenty of Kasharawar scholars are quite serious about sculpting as a hobby.
Oh yeah, I was going to make a point. It's like, yeah, so if I pull out that, I'll have like right off the bat at 7.0 release or 7.1, I will have her premium team. The only character I'm looking to pull is the Cryo Archon. So I'm like, I would still have a lot of primos left over. I can get Nicole on next rerun. The whole situation with this is that I'm already locked in getting tossing my hat in Sandrone Superconduct ring. I won't be able to get characters that do the swirl and the stellar swirl and cryo reaction, or the new stellar cryo dendro reaction that hasn't come out yet. Like, I can't get any of those characters.
So if they rate your work, that's enough for us. We just have to take a look.
Who's we?
Myself and a few other scholars. Kashif, Daneshvar, come take a look.
Oh, well, if you insist,
Oh, that hair flip.
I suppose there's no harm in showing you.
Squirrel.
Whoa. Where did that come from?
Honestly, it would have been better if she transported her goddess statue.
Look at the level of detail. It's so lifelike.
The squirrel descends from the heavens like a champion, and
Why a
the
squirrel?
earth trembles beneath its feet. What do you think? Striking, isn't it?
Why a squirrel? They could just use some generic anime, like male or female anime statue, and why a squirrel?
Kave? Kave, come here for a sec. Oh, and Madame Faruzan, didn't you used to study in our darshan? Come take a look.
All right, but hang on a moment. I have to finish reviewing this proposal first.
You called? What is it, youngster?
Youngster. Yeah, remember, she's 300 years old.
This squirrel statue. Isn't it cute?
I don't want to hear that coming from you, dude.
Oh, a squirrel. I wouldn't say cute per se.
Oh my god,
The
that's
realism is
that's
what
me.
stands out to me. Were you trying to carve a statue of a hero, young lady?
How do you get that from a squirrel? How do you get this is a statue of a hero and it's a statue of a squirrel? I don't understand. I mean, if the squirrel was like standing on his 2 feet holding a sword, I can get that. It's just on its forehead. It's like something you would see in a park.
Oh, a hero? I suppose so. Actually, I didn't really have a specific theme in mind. I just started working on it, and this is how it turned out.
I see. Well, do you tend to read novels about heroes in your spare time?
Oh, please don't say no.
As a matter of fact, I do quite
Oh my
enjoy
god.
those.
Like I said, I
Everyone loves a
vibe
good
with this
tale of
character
daring
so
do,
much.
right?
Oh my god! In my teen years, man, I was a heavy book reader, man. All those D&B novels, Forgotten Realms, the Drit series, and stories about heroes and the underdog, and I I love hearing stories about that, dude. They're really rubbing it in my face. It's like, yeah, you really should pull this character. Look how much you have in common with her.
Then perhaps this statue represents the heroic tale you long to see deep down inside. Also, on the subject of heroism, I feel that if the subject posed with a finger raised towards the heavens, it would lend a greater gravitas to the overall image.
Actually, I don't think that's heroism. That's like I'm pointing. I like imagine seeing that. It's like you're either pointing to the heavens, saying in defiance, or you're pointing to the heavens in gratitude. It's hard if you just see that randomly, a statue like that. Like, yeah, you're pointing upwards. Why? The heavens?
I'm sure some would call it cliché or old-fashioned, but not me. I think it would be a perfect fit. It has a certain classical beauty about it.
Actually, if you just see a statue of a squirrel and it's standing on its two legs and it's pointing upwards, a statue like that, it's like that's a very pompous squirrel. What is it? What is that supposed to mean? Because it's a squirrel, not a person.
Kaveh!
Sorry, Madame Faruzan, I'm a little busy right now.
What a pity. That young man has excellent aesthetic tastes. I was hoping to ask him for his opinion.
What a genius idea! Why didn't I think of that? Classical beauty is a great direction to explore. That's it. Once I get back, I'm going to sculpt a heroic squirrel pointing its finger towards the sky.
Oh my god, dude. Like I said, I hope she puts that in a park.
Precisely. A declaration of victory. You understand my vision. Then place the two statues face to face.
Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking.
It'll be a masterpiece. Miss... I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Wait, if the two squirrels are pointing to, like, standing on their 2 feet, pointing to the sky, and they're facing each other, is it gonna be like a shrine? Like having those two demons or two dogs looking at each other on either side of your on a path towards a shrine?
Just call me Nicole.
What? Oh, no. That wouldn't be right.
Why ever not? Madam is a state of mind cultivated from within. Anyone may call me Madam if they so desire. My dear Miss Nicole, once we make it through these trying times, should we have the pleasure of meeting again, I shall look forward to seeing your new work.
Kind of weird since, the 6,000-year-old angel is like paying respect to an elder, but the elder is like only 300.
In this day of age, it's rare to find people with an appreciation for classical aesthetics. Meeting you was truly a pleasant surprise.
Honestly, I feel the same way. It's been a long time since I met anyone interested in this style of statue. Clearly, they don't call you Madam for nothing. Also, I have to say, you're a very good judge of character. Because when I think about it, I really am someone who likes stories about heroes. That must be why I've quietly kept watch over generation after generation of them.
Oh, she let it slip.
Sorry, keeping watch over heroes? What exactly do you do for a living?
Oh. Nicole's age is really going to come out. 6,000 years old, generations, hundreds of years. And remember, Farazan's only 300.
Oh, never mind that.
Nope, she's going to play the young, innocent girl.
Let's not tell Madame Faruzan about Miss Nicole's true identity for now.
Good idea.
let's limit the conversation to aesthetics.
I wonder if she's gonna get upset that someone's older than her. I think she likes it being like the oldest one in the group. Everyone has to pay respects to her. Alright. Wait, Jet?
Good to finally meet you in the flesh. It's a little surreal seeing you here after exchanging letters for so long.
Letters?
In my head, the boss of the Curatorium of Secrets didn't look so young.
Oh, the curator. Oh. Jet knows Nefer?
Sounds like you have some history then?
Any budding mercenary group needs a steady supply of intel. They, in turn, can prove an exceptional source of the same.
Oh, just like the Jet's her spy in the region.
The Curatorium of Secrets is happy to cooperate with friends from all over the world. If you're interested, you'd be very welcome to join our network too, Miss Dia.
Can't say no to a solid partnership, especially out here in the desert. Having intel can mean the difference between life and death, but cooperation's built on mutual trust, and there isn't much contact between the desert and Nodcry. So, I'm guessing you reached out to Jet first, Miss Nefer? What's behind your interest in the desert? Nostalgia? Or is there someone you're looking to take care of? Let's put all our cards on the table first. Things will go more smoothly that way.
Oh god, does Nefer want to kill someone else now?
I like your style, Flame Mane. Actually, I had this same discussion with Jet before we started working together. To be clear, I have no intention of using you for any ulterior motives. And I have no enemies in the desert as things stand now.
I wonder why. You mass murdered all of them. And, like I said, she lied. Like, she's very conniving and lying and backstabbing, right? That's her thing. So it's like, can you actually believe her when she says, I have no intention of using you for ulterior motives? That's a lie. That could be a lie. I mean, she's lied before, and those lies led to hundreds of people, 2 tribes wiping out each other.
Were that to change, I wouldn't drag outsiders into a conflict that doesn't concern them. There's no point in doing certain things if you don't do them yourself. Wouldn't you agree?
Well said. Taking responsibility for one's own affairs is the way of the desert folk. Huh. It's like you're one of us.
You sure that's a compliment?
Absolutely.
I'll take it. Perhaps we can discuss our cooperation in more detail now?
Sure. I love working with no-nonsense people. And you certainly fit that description. I look forward to a fruitful partnership.
I wonder how these two would feel, knowing Nefer's past and how she lied and manipulated 2 tribes to kill each other. Like, Jet has a mercenary group of her own to look after, and Deha is very protective of all the tribes and being a mercenary. This is why I don't like Nefer. Yeah, I was one of those people blinded. It's like, yeah, legs, she's hot. I'm gonna pull her. But then after they force that story on us, I'm like, dude, she is repulsive.
As do I.
She is such a repulsive character. The problem I have with this character is she doesn't take responsibility or feel guilt towards anything she's done in the past. What? Oh, yes, we all travel here. Wow, we just did an entire dungeon, right? Yeah.
I hope everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly.
Why, we've not seen so many visitors
Oh.
ever, really. What is this place now, a tourist attraction?
Off?
Closer inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what do we dusty old fellows owe the honor? Surely you're not just here to chat.
Oh, are these one of the 3 prisoners? So we're like, this is the device that stores like the virtual reality prison for them?
You surmise correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous project.
Ho, enormous, you say? How large, then? Larger than the gaping void in our lives? Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and Crocco's faces.
Okay, yeah.
All this activity is making for quite the special day. I know that laugh. Lilipar? What on earth are you doing here?
Oh, this is hilarious. Turns out good things really do come to those who wait. As long as you stay alive long enough. When did you 3 get locked up in here? And still you act all high and mighty, putting on a show for the younglings. Truly hysterical.
Why, you? Yes, I know. No need to shout. You're right, Lilipar. Goatee, Crocco, and I all have the same problem. But didn't King Deshret seal you away? How did you break free, and how did you get in here?
Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get the chance. Behold, the executioners of old. Some have turned into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally, leaving not a single shard behind.
The executioners of old, so he's referring to Sino. So yeah, he was an executioner.
It's almost tragic, watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important. Curiosity gnaws at you, doesn't it? Your interest in the outside world threatens to burst you at the seams.
I'm starting to take a liking to this magic bottle lady.
Time is of the essence. Let's get down to business. We come to you, O 3 ancient lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can help you regain your freedom, then please consider lending us your aid. As for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story. So, to demonstrate our sincerity, we are prepared to first resolve the problems that plague the 3 of you.
All right, stop arguing, Crocco. And Goatee, don't you start. What's the harm in letting her speak? It's not worth getting so angry about. Forget about her. The 3 questions are the crucial thing here. But do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, Nefer, but the seal did not open. Unless, with the passage of time, you have found a new answer?
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world. But if you want them to tell you the truth, you have to reach their soul.
Or read their mind, I'm guessing. So yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
I found it quite compelling myself, and I told Nefer so. Unfortunately, it brought us no closer to liberation.
Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one King Deshret was looking for.
Can you guess which answer Al-Ahmar wanted then?
Time.
Time. What determines truth and falsehood? Time? Oh, are they playing on sooner or later lies will come to the surface? So like someone cheating on someone else, sooner or later it's gonna come back and bite you. Truth and falsehood, and what determines that is time. They may not be caught in the act then, but in time it will come to the surface. Okay, I guess.
And that's not only the answer to the final question, it's the answer to all three of them.
What was the other two questions?
All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Love and hate eventually fade into nothing.
Oh, that makes sense. Like, you hear it all the time, right? Like, people who, like, love each other and all that stuff like that, then why do they get divorces? A lot of the times, it's like, that love turns to hate. And the passage of time does that.
Current affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between right and wrong.
Oh, I get that too. Okay, that makes sense. Time again. How the present is judged is not the people in the present, it's the people in the future who judge the past. Just like how we are right now, we can judge the past because we can see the outcome of those actions in the past. And then we could judge them good, bad, right, and wrong. And the key thing is time determines that. Like, let's say a king goes on a rampage and starts killing a bunch of people, and then right then it may seem awful to be in the present and seeing this person killing people and things like that. But a couple hundred years later, when people look to the past and they said, "Oh, he killed these people because it was for the greater good, so it was a good thing." Like, for instance, here's a good example of this. A leader determines that one of the boats coming into his country is filled with diseased people. And so he decides to sink that ship before it lands and gets close to his country. And so he kills a bunch of innocent people. And so it's like, well, how could he know that if they were infected or not? And then, years later, when they dig up the bodies and examine them, they find, oh yeah, a bunch of them were infected. If this boat had landed in the country, a pandemic would have spread and wiped out half the country. So what he did was good. And what determined that was time. Back then, when he decided right then and there to sink the ship, and people, I'm pretty sure, would have said, "No, you're killing innocent people. You're a bad leader. You're horrible. Dethrone him." And then years later, they find out, oh no, he was right. Again, conflict and controversy and right and wrong can be determined later on in time.
You once described King Deshret as a proud man. I'd say that the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is qualified to be their judge.
He was very smart.
Time. Well. Indeed. Perhaps in building Aru, our king was in fact attempting to reverse time, to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the rise and fall of all things back to their point of origin.
Why did he want to create this virtual reality again? I don't know, maybe an escape from the abyss or something? Because the virtual reality, could the abyss affect that? Oh, they're free. Oh, oh my. Oh, they actually have animal heads. Oh. I thought it would be like when he said croc and goatee and stuff like that. I thought it would just be like a human with like, ornamental helmet that in the shape of a crocodile or a goat or an eagle. No, that what beings are these? Is this a race? A race of humanoid animals? Like what? Is this when they said that in ancient? Is this what ancient humans were like? How were these guys created?
This is the most eventful day I have experienced in a long, long time. You have my sincere gratitude.
I'm just quickly reading here. Once a moon. Oh shit, he's connected to the moon. I wonder how with the moon goddess thing and everything like that. He once stood among the gods, only to be defeated by King Destrid, brought into the surface among the 7 pillars. 7 pillars? So are these guys like really old archons? Like 7 archons and 7 pillars. And it's like these were like your like really old school archons, but they were all sealed or destroyed. Maybe I don't know. Ibis King embodies the wisdom of King Destred. He is exceeding cunning, possessed formidable intellect. Yeah, so he's the genius of the group within Sumeru's academic circles. Believe anything. Text record him as a flatterer and the god of deceit. Oh wow, that's very. It's like, yeah, wisdom. He sounds like a good guy and everything. No, he's known as the god of deceit. Gifts the power deceit upon somebody. I can't pronounce that. The power of being loved by someone else, and the eyes of seeing through hearts upon a girl from Sumitil. Shimitil. Nefer. Of course. Oh my god. No wonder he chose Nefer. They're very similar. The god of deceit, right? That's basically Nefer.
Are those 3 of the 7 pillars?
Turns out the statues were quite faithful to the source.
You 3 seem to be in good spirits.
Prison can help a person grow and learn to cherish what they have. Nevertheless, after everything you've done for me, I sincerely hope you never have to experience it for yourself.
Wait, let me see the color of the goat, because like he can be Pyro and he can be Hydro. Yeah, are these guys like the Archons of old or something?
Hello, Nefer.
It's good to see you, Thoth, the Ibis King.
Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease, seeing you 2 getting along so well.
Should we maybe introduce ourselves, or...
Sure. I'm Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino. And this is the former Spantamad sage, Cyrus.
Oh my god, I actually know someone...
I'm guessing none of that means a whole lot to you.
Yeah, stop talking. I actually know someone like this. Who's like, cool. Yeah. Let's do that. So he says like some of his words he says 3 times. Oh my god, Sethos is like that. Nice. Sure. That's actually a real personality some people have.
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine.
Sobek. One of King Detrid's pillars. Detrid's defeated him. Embodies strength. So this guy sounds like the Thoth guy sounded like King Destrid's like advisor. this guy was like a general because, like, embodies strength, is military. While ruling over the with a hot-tempered, straightforward nature, VS very militaristic. Throw an army at it, basically mentality. He also blesses the land with abundance. His statue and colony found in the Oasis. Legend tells that King Dashred's foremost general, general, military, who campaigned across many lands, awed by his strength, tenacity, and fury. Some mercenaries secretly worshipped him as their god. Sobek once competitive and bellicose. I don't know what that means. But after being imprisoned in Aru, along with Hersuf and Thoth, he had to pass the time with tabletop games and has since grown easygoing. No, yeah, dude. You want So they were stuck in this virtual reality for hundreds of years, right? And basically, all they did was play tabletop games, and that makes perfect sense because anyone knows playing a tabletop game could take days. Like, it's something that you play for a couple hours, and it's like, yeah, we're only like in Act 1 of the campaign. We'll continue this next week, and it's like the next day, and a couple more hours, and then next week when you get together again, it's like it takes a long time to get through a campaign of a D&D tabletop game. There are shorter ones, but the long campaign ones, that could take a long time with the rolling of the dice and reading and the rules and talking stuff out. Ugh. Yeah, no wonder they decide to play tabletop games because they're the longest.
Let's hold off on the introductions for now.
Oh my god,
look.
look.
Always ask Nefer about you later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple.
He's orange. The goat is orange. So the bird, yeah, is Pyro. The crocodile is Hydro. And the goat is Geo. Yeah, it's fitting. These guys are looking like these are the old Archons. And they're all animals or something. Weird.
You're like a helpless parrot.
And this guy was defeated by King Destred, brought into his service. The Goat King embodies the ruleship of King Destred. I don't know what that means. His manner is enigmatic, thoughtful, and meticulous. His executioner of King Destred's authority. Yet he prefers to remain neutral. Generally, unless a matter of great consequence arises, Hesed will offer no concrete opinions, silences his cunning and observation of his wisdom. It's hard to say why he has come to be this way, yet this is the way he exists. It sounds like his policies? So he was another advisor to the king? He would enforce policies of that King Destred decides to do, I'm guessing?
Gods and people of yore
A
are
politician.
not necessarily welcome
Yeah,
in
yeah,
today's
yeah.
world. Self-awareness is one of my finest qualities. I thought I ought to share its fruits with you two.
Yeah, I bet this guy's like a politician. So yeah, like King Destred was the king, and then he was like the go between the people and the king. He's like, he would spin something in a certain way to make the the common people to go along with King Destred's policies.